morning, this is Danny Riley with today's December 9th MrTopStep update. You know what? It's all about the S&P roll today. As we said in yesterday's video, as we move into the expiration and into the rollover, the Thursday before expiration is the big day. And that's when everything starts to trade into the front month. As far as buyers and sellers on the open, there were none. Zero. It's all on the spread. Not one name was heard buying and selling in the big contract on the pit on the open. What happened overnight was the S&P was down a little bit and then opened and then actually rallied overnight and opened up at Monday's high, exactly where the opening print was on Monday at 12:35 even. Again, that was today's high. The S&P then went on to sell off down to 1226.70, and right now we're right around the 1230 level. Now, a couple things. I'm going to throw out some stats real quick. One, H.L. Camp had this thing nailed down yesterday. He came in on the IM and he said that the roll day has, if the market gap's higher, there's an 80% chance of it being a down day. And he had this thing nailed. Now, we're trying to encourage him to give us a little bit more on the IM, and we're working on that hard. But the thing is, right now, what we want to do is we want to break down the volumes on the day. At, let's see, exactly at 12 o'clock Central Time, or 5 to 12 Central Time, when I just walked off the floor, there were only 550,000 ESHs, that's the March Mini, that traded on the board. Now, 172,000 of that was from the mini roll, the mini S&P roll. That makes the total volume only 350,000 in the mini. Now, when you do that in the big contract, in the SPZ SP8 spread, we have 21,000 March traded, and we have 18,000 DEC. That means that there's only 3,000 in the outrights in the pit. The guys in the pit, there's just nothing to feed off. What happens is that the traders are more concentrating on rolling positions than they are on putting on and making trades throughout the day. This is a big thing because, one, the open interest was very high coming into this, and we've only been rolling a couple days. Now, what we've seen over the last couple rollovers is that you get this kind of starting out where you'll see a bunch of spreads trading in the first couple days, but since the open interest has dropped from 600,000 to 325 or 330, the roll gets kind of condensed. It used to take 2 or 3 weeks to do, and now 80% or 90% of the roll is being done in 2 or 3 days. Now, we're not sure if that's going to be today or tomorrow or what the numbers will be like, but we're going to be paying attention to that as we go forward. As far as the rest of today, you know what? I'm sticking with H.L. Camp on this. We came in on the equity report saying buy weakness, but as the market started rolling down, we saw how the premiums started, the premiums contracted, and then in came the sellers, and that elected the sell programs that kind of brought us down to where we are.